I go back to that moment, I don't know how to relive it because it happened, as I said, just in the moment itself. Uh, what do I say to you? People tend to judge you by an impression they have of you, by what they know and see of you, but nobody really knows who the real person is behind any of the projected intent of that social public figure. We've always put out a version of ourselves, right? That's what our job is. When we give an interview or we promote a product, a film, you're out there. We protect our vulnerabilities. But then at one point of time, you grow older, you grow wiser, you evolve, and you feel like sharing a piece of your life is not as scary as it used to be. I've already written a book when I was 43 years old, which was 80% of what I could share. There is always a 20% that we'll hold back, and it's our prerogative too, because that will remain with our hearts forever. That moment was true because it is true. There is, I have two children. Obviously, I'm co-parenting them with my mom, not with a partner. And that means that I have a single status. And that single status is occupied, is filled in with a lot of work. I push in so much work in the day that I don't think about that status. And that's what we all do. When you're single and you're lonely and you're perhaps not wanting to address that loneliness, you pack in your day with things because you want to distract yourself from the core. And then you believe that if you have great friendships and a great family life, it can actually compensate for the lack of a passionate, intense romantic relationship. Nothing can replace that. You must understand, life is full of boxes. You know, parents fill one, children fill the other, friends fill the other. But there's a box for an intense love romantic relationship that if you don't experience, there is a sense of incompleteness that nothing can ever fulfill. And that loneliness can actually really kind of consume you, and it has consumed me. And I have not been in a relationship for very many years, a decade and more, and only I know what that really feels like. Fortunately for me, I can live vicariously through cinema. I can create those stories and characters that perhaps that I would like to kind of either romantically be inclined with or just fulfill that part of love and romance in my life. Not everybody has that leverage. I am a filmmaker, I'm a storyteller. What I can't experience, I can write and execute on celluloid. And that to me is my biggest privilege, that of being a filmmaker.